All right, hello all and welcome to my channel. From today onwards, I'm thinking to start a Scrum Master course. It will be beneficial to all of you, even the people who are from non-IT background to those, as well as the people who are from IT background, that will enhance their skills as well. That will give you a base that will make your foundation more stronger, a base more stronger. So this is a free of cost course that I'm planning to start from today, and I welcome all of you. All right, let's get started. So I'm Neha, and I have 10 plus years of experience in IT with almost like 7 plus in Scrum Master with all Scrum related certifications, and I'm working in renowned companies based out of Canada. Okay, guys, all right, friends. So today I'll be starting this Scrum Master course. I want it to be more interactive, and how we can make it interactive is by your comments, by your emails. So you are most welcome. I also feel acknowledged and appreciated if you subscribe to my channel, comment for any questions. That keeps the two-way communication, that keeps the activities alive. So friends, let's get started. So we will do a Scrum Master full course here. Step by step, I will explain you everything, and we will also have interview questions in the last. So what is in for you in this course? What is Scrum? We learn about Scrum. We learn about Agile Scrum Master training, that what trainings you should do, how can you, or is there a certification necessary? If not, which certification is necessary? How you can clear that? You can ask me all the questions on that. Then what is a Scrum Master role? Scrum Master methodology, Scrum meeting, and then Scrum versus Kanban. And we will also be doing few Scrum related interview questions in the last. So I am sure it will be really knowledgeable for every one of you who are related to ID in some way or the other. And it'll be really beneficial. So let's get started. Okay. So guys, what is Scrum? Uh, Before Scrum, I want to explain you what is a methodology and what is a framework. A methodology is a fixed set of instructions, a fixed way of working. When I mean by fixed, it means a structured way of working which you follow certain steps to generate an output. Okay. I will give you an example also to make it more better. And framework. Framework is also a set of instructions, a ways of working, steps of working, which a user follows to generate an output. However, framework is not structured. It is not fixed. The user has the right, or the user has the authority to use or twist, or change the sequence of these steps to generate an output as per his convenience. All right. So, for example, the school board system, the CBSE, TDSP, all those school board systems, uh, they have a fixed syllabus. They have a fixed schedule when the exam will be there, when the tests are going to be, when they will held the tests, what will be the schedule that the children have to prepare. So they are fixed, and they generate the same output, which is result of a student, and then hence promoting to the next class. However, consider about the exercise schedule, the weightlifting. There are multiple types of exercises: weightlifting, Zumba, Pilates, yoga. A user can choose his or her own way to complete, and the end result is same: more flexibility, better tone body, more energy, right? So I hope you know now the difference between methodology and framework. Now, uh, what is Scrum? Uh, One second. Just want to. Okay, here. So, what is Scrum? Scrum is a framework. So that means it is a framework that has few steps that a team follows in order to generate a desired working agreement, working product, a working software. It is an incremental approach that a user follows, and we generate a increment and present it to the stakeholders. So, for example, let's consider there has been a problem, and our customers don't like our product. We'll have to make changes immediately, right? Now, the manager says, "All right, go ahead, make changes." So, the team member says, "We cannot. We already have started work on the last batch. The waterfall model we follow doesn't let changes to be made midway through the process." So does that mean you cannot make changes in waterfall model? No. You can make changes. That is not correct. You can make changes. However, they are after very long. Once the full complete plan is executed of the project from initiation to the execution, then you gather the feedback from the stakeholders, and then the stakeholders share you the feedback. Based on that, you can make changes. However, there are cons for that. It is a very lengthy process. It is more time consuming. It is more cost consuming, right? So and so now the team member suggests to the manager, instead of waterfall, we should have used, or we can use, agile methodology. Now, what is agile? Agile is a methodology. I just explained the difference between methodology and framework. So agile is a methodology, means it has fixed way of working, a structured way of working. It's a structured way of, it's a way of thinking, it's a way of working, it's a mindset. Agile is a mindset that you have to work this way to generate an output. And when I mean by this way is, it is an incremental and iterative approach that a the team works by capturing feedback, because environment changes, because user needs changes, because new software has come up, so multiple things. So we keep changing because we have a lot of changing requirements. So we inspect and adapt. Agile is an inspection and adaptation methodology where a user will inspect. User is open to adapt the feedback. User will inspect the feedback. Stakeholders will inspect the product, share the feedback. Our team will accept it, and we adapt it to generate a working software. All right. So agile is a way of thinking. It is a way of thinking which is defined by four values, 12 principles to generate, or which can manifest it into million multiple products. Okay, it's an iterative and incremental approach. It has four values. Four values are, I will share that screenshot with you, but that means we respect working agreement more than following a plan. We respect, or we value interactions within the team more over documentation. So maybe team speaks more so that we can improve the product. So there are four values, 12 principles. I will share the screenshot. You can watch those 12 values and principles. So I hope you're clear what is agile, what are its benefits. Now, Scrum is a part of Agile. It's a framework how we can follow Agile. It's a framework. Scrum is a framework that we follow in order to meet Agile. Okay, so as I told you, what is Agile? Agile is a set of methods and practices that focus on iterative development. Agile requirements and solutions are obtained, and yes, we are a self-organizing cross-functional teams, and we collaborate with each other. What I mean by cross-functional, that means we acquire multiple skill sets, and hence we have to communicate more with our cross-functional teams in order to generate a working software. All right, so team is self-organizing. That means we do not direct the team that, hey, you do this, hey, you do that work, hey, you pick that work. No, the team is experienced, self-organized, mature enough to take their responsibilities so that in collaboration to all, we can generate a working product. All right. What are the advantages of Agile? We just discussed, but yeah, projects follow predefined schedule and have predictable cost. We know the cost because we know that we will be generating a releasable increment on fixed intervals. Hence, we can define the cost. So it's a fixed, disciplined way to generate increments. Clients have visibility of each phase of the project. Yes, transparency is the very important pillar in Agile or Scrum. Clients, stakeholders, they have the visibility of what we are developing, okay? Because they have the access to product backlog, they have the access to sprint backlog, they have the access to increment. So everything, all the artifacts, access clients have, stakeholders have, and they can anytime give the feedback. Although feedback can be given during or after sprint review, but yes, since we are transparent, stakeholders are more than welcome to bring in any important feature in the middle of the sprint as well. Yes, but a disclaimer, this should not be promoted because we do not want to derail our team from the prioritized tasks that they are doing. Hence, the team will get confused. So there are scenarios, there are times when stakeholders want us to build something on urgency. You know, they will bring something and they will say that we have to build this on urgent basis, and then in that case the Scrum Master role comes into picture. The Scrum Master has to first sit with the stakeholders and product owner and check the priority of the work, because Scrum Master cannot derail their team, so they will understand the importance, the priority. If the stakeholders really want, then we have to bring the team together because we are self-organizing, self-managed team. So everybody's input is important. So we will bring all the team together, understand their perspective, and then try to explain them that this is the feature we want to bring in. Now we don't want to overcommit or overload, or we don't want to burn out our team as well. So this is a Scrum Master role, which I will be covering that later in this section about the Scrum Master and all. But yes, we do not have to overburden our team. Yeah, that's a role of a Scrum Master. So you have to deprioritize few items, reallocate the resources based on their expertise for the new story that is added, and then let the ball flow. Okay, let the sprint move towards our increment. So yeah, greater interaction, as I just mentioned, between the product team and the project. Product output is predictable and can sometimes happen earlier than expected. Yes. High quality development, testing, and collaboration is ensured. Since the project is broken down, the product backlog can be refined and reprioritized. The teams can maximize project value, sorry, since clients can provide project priority. The needs of the customers can be focused on increasing the value delivered. Okay. Now, what is agile methodology? There are various frameworks under agile: Scrum, Kanban, XP, Lean, Crystal. In this lecture, in this course, we'll be learning about Scrum. However, I will create the course of Kanban, Lean, Crystal, and XP as well. So stay tuned. All right. Now, what is Scrum? We just discussed Scrum is a framework that enables teams to work together. With Scrum, teams can learn from experiences. As I just told you, they are self organized, working on problems to reflect on their victories and their losses to improve. So, as I said, we are a self organizing, self grooming, self improving team. We inspect and adapt. We are open to feedback, and that's how we adapt to generate another increment for another feedback. So that's how we are improving and generating increment on increment to generate the final product. All right. Uh, Here are some of the benefits of Scrum. Teams can provide project deliverables and in an efficient manner. Time and money are used efficiently. Projects are divided into smaller units called sprints. So we have sprints in a Scrum. Usually it is 2 weeks, but sprint can go up to 4 weeks. So more than 4 weeks we do not, because otherwise it will be again difficult to capture feedback. So as our motto, as our main objective is to capture feedback on these smaller increments that we are generating. So it's better to have not have more than 4 weeks sprint. Works best for fast moving projects. Yes, with the projects that have frequent requirement changes, where we are frequently needed to gather the feedback, where we are frequently needed to inspect and adapt, Scrum is used. Again, Scrum meetings provide the team greater visibility, constantly involves feedback from clients and customers. Making changes based on feedbacks are very easy because it is iterative. Individual efforts of the team members are given focus. So, yes, um, the three pillars of Scrum we'll be discussing later. Out of that, one is um, I'm sorry, the say five values of Scrum. Out of one is respect. Everybody is given respect and given time and courage to speak. So we'll discuss about the values later on. Let's discuss about the Scrum team in our next lecture, so that it's easy for you to grasp what I told. Um, because if I'll just keep on moving, it'll just go from on top of the head. So because we have our audiences, both IT and non-IT, experience, not less experience, or no experience. So it is better to go revise the session again. If you have any questions, you have my email listed, you have my comment section open, and honestly, trust me, I will reply to all the comments as much as I can. I'll try to help every one of you so that we all can have a better job. And yes, better knowledge. It's not about job, it's about continuous inspection and adaptation, continuous improvement. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow in my another lecture. Till then, take care, stay safe, and bye.